Oh my goodness. It's been 2 weeks. Let me start at the beginning. You are created by God and loved by your creator. Let's get into this. It's been 2 weeks. I cannot believe I missed a week posting. And I think I'm going to literally post this one called, what am I going to call it? Oh, I didn't post last week. That's what I think I'm going to call this video. Okay, amazing things have been happening. I can hardly begin. Let me start at the beginning. Gratitude. What I'm really, really thankful for are friends. I'm thankful for people who sit down and look you in the eyeball and have whole conversations. One I had lasted practically 8 hours and over really yummy food and really great coffee. I will say that in not posting, I have journaled. Been doing a lot of journaling, just bullet points, just documenting how my week has gone. Literally, it's been almost 2 weeks, literally just documenting things. So for those of you who are new and joining, my name is Deb. This is my video blog, and as you can see, I'm very unscripted, incredibly random, and apparently sometimes out of sorts, if not all the time. So this video blog is to capture my life, stuff I want to read about or write about later, speak about later, and capturing it in the moment while things are happening. And I am currently in the middle of, I think I want to say like 3 jobs, 2 possible interview opportunities. I'm trying to think what else. I forgot to put this on silent mode. Ugh, so annoying. And I'm not going to start over. But the text messages keep popping up. So I find that slightly distracting. Does that actually show when this video is produced? Maybe. I guess we'll find out later. Not critical. So, so much has happened. I've gotten to spend time with my nephews. We've had ice cream. I got to go to Green Lantern Pizza, this local place here in the greater metropolitan Detroit area. Really yummy pizza. I've been to Farmhouse Coffee. Can we just pause a moment on what's happening in my life? Have a whole conversation dedicated to Farmhouse Coffee. So back in 2020, I scoped out this little coffee shop, and that's not even really the beginning. I was working a job where the family that I was working for stopped by this little coffee shop called Farmhouse Coffee and Creamery on 12 Mile between Orchard Lake and Middle Belt in Farmington Hills. And the mom called and was like, "Hey, Deb, do you want a coffee?" And I thought to myself, I am not giving a whole drink order to the tune of a paragraph worth of speech. Like, the economy of words is shot to the crapper when any people place coffee orders. Starbucks, Big B, like, I'm sorry, if your diaphragmatic breathing requires you to take a full inhale and then get it all out as if you were saying one word to describe what you're drinking, no, I will not be that person. So, of course, I told her, no, don't get me anything. She's like, oh, well, they've got really great. And I thought, okay, you know what? She wants to bless me. I'm going to receive a blessing. And I said, listen, I just have to, when I drink my coffee, it requires that there be hazelnut present. See, that didn't require a whole, can I get a venti, grande, mocha, latte, skim milk with whip, non-whip, what, it's just like, it's too much. It's a waste of air. Like, no drink order should, for all the breathing you're doing, maybe just share the gospel. Someone should be able to get saved off of that breath. I don't know. I just have a thing about long drink orders. I don't take them from people, so I don't give them to people. So she goes, oh, well, they have a drink here called Gone Nutty. And then she described it. Oh, it's got hazelnut macadamia nut made with almond milk and espresso. And I was like, there's a whole drink that doesn't require diaphragmatic breathing in which she can order it and I can have an exchange over the phone. Just like, hey, coffee with hazelnut. See, doesn't require anything. I can say that with almost no breath in my lungs. Anyway, so that's how I discovered it. So she brought the coffee back to her house and I drank it and I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. This is amazing. So I was like, I must know these people. Where is this place located? She's like, they're on 12 Mile between Orchard Lake and Middle Belt. So sure enough, I stopped in, and you guys, that was 2020. And I can count on one hand how many times I've been somewhere else to drink coffee. I don't drink coffee anywhere else. The craftsmanship and the artistry and the excellence of the product. And it's not just limited to their coffee. The ice cream is on point, Michigan pothole, and yes, peanut butter, mackinac, fudge, whatever it's called, peanut butter, mackinac, and fudge ice cream, super good. And Michigan vendors, because I'm located in Michigan, so I love to support local. Then this restaurant makes this tuna fish sandwich that from the first time I had it, literally the very first thought was, oh my gosh, this sandwich makes me want to slap someone's mother. Completely disrespectful, but I'm just telling the truth. And for the sake of capturing my history, I'm going to capture it as it is. That is literally the thought that I've had. And to this day, I've invited friends specifically to Farmhouse just to eat a tuna fish sandwich. It is that good. It's just that good. Anyway, it's beautiful. Okay, so that's my coffee break. Back to what I was talking about before, which at this moment I cannot remember. But I do know that I didn't post. In the last 2 weeks, I've had ice cream with my nephews. I went and had pizza with my niece. I have had some tremendous interactions and friendship building that I just didn't see coming. And then, you guys, can we just do a quick recap on my whole journey around daily bread? If there is nothing else I've gotten out of these last 2 weeks that I didn't post, what I did get is the ability to pivot quickly. I have just noticed that my peace is beyond my understanding, completely through the roof, like amazing. And the rate at which things are changing and altering, I'm good with it. I don't have angst or anxiety, a lack of sleep. I don't feel like I'm missing out. I've been provided for. The resources have shown up when I need them. I've had some tremendous conversations. I've even been able to participate in opening doors for other people and having some really neat experiences in just what it means to trust. I just find that I'm less tense. Yes, and as a massage therapist, I've even been practicing my own practice. Today I went and had a massage. Last Monday I had a massage. I'm just really thankful that skilling up in terms of taking care of myself really does mean, practicing what I practice. Like if I'm going to say that massage makes a difference and do the work of delivering a massage, getting one matters. So that's been really great. I've been grappling with some of my interactions with humans and around my professionalism. And I sat down with the owner, one of the owners of the Farmhouse coffee shop that I've just talked to you about. And I got really encouraged because I kind of feel like I got to sit and get a glimpse of myself a few years down the road as an entrepreneur, a business owner, the strength and my resilience to persevere in a hard time, the ability to be in hard places and do really big things, fulfilling on dreams, even though the places and the timeline that you are in is difficult. I'm encouraged by that. It's really easy. I'm emotional, highly emotional. There are many, many people I do not dialogue well with, and I discovered that recently, that I don't dialogue with them well, so I don't engage in conversation. And I'm just realizing it's not worth sharing myself when what's coming back is either some form of a judgment call or a critique of my experience. But I'm highly emotional. I can be really sensitive along with it if I want, but I love being able to express myself. I like the idea that I can be on 10, over the top and excessive, or I could be really chilled and laid back. And then when I'm triggered, look out, there's a She-Hulk in here, and still working that out. But what I love about the expressiveness is that it's just an indicator for me of what I am feeling or experiencing, and I got to give myself somehow permission, just even sitting down in that conversation, to celebrate me. Like, this is kind of, this is who I am, this version, and that I'm a work in progress, and I'm enjoying my journey. But there were a couple things the owner shared with me that really resonated with me, that gave me a lot of room. And that was, I don't have to be anybody else. Like, I know that I'm growing, developing, and that maturing is the name of the game inside of who I am as a person, who I am professionally. But I'm not going to like change, if that makes any sense. I'm not going to suddenly become someone else. I'm going to have my skill set, gifts, and talents, and I can be me with those things, with anybody, regardless of their color, race, socioeconomic situation. I don't have to alter myself. I don't have to figure myself out to accommodate something else. And I keep getting ongoingly this conversation about my worth. So anyway, it was a beautiful dialogue, and the appreciation I have for my I don't know, expressive, everywhere, can't keep a train of thought, the good idea went out the window version of me is just as welcomed as the professional, disciplined, calculated, risk-taking, measure that twice, cut once, due diligence way of operating. That it's all great. And I love the creative mix-up that it finds in me as a person. So, I don't know. I haven't posted in 2 weeks. God's been really good. Lots of journaling. Some of the highlights, I would say, from the last couple weeks, lunch with my niece and watching her make some big decisions, and being invited to have a seat at the table of the conversation, just to hear her journey, not to necessarily give advice. I've also had the privilege of being challenged by a younger girlfriend of mine to step up my leadership. I know. Listen, talking to this particular young lady is like, dear younger me, you're doing me better than I'm doing me right now. I'm so stinking proud of her. So that was a lot of fun. I've eaten ramen noodles. Oh my goodness, going out for ramen. Yeah, absolutely love it. I love going out for ramen. That's really been a lot of fun. My niece, my littlest niece, she's 4. She has found me on numerous occasions and just wants to be in my space and be around her Auntie DB. And I've enjoyed that too. I've definitely enjoyed that. I have to say, I think that's probably the highlight reel. I'll have to go back and check my journals for the dates of the week of June 5th through the 11th. And maybe talk about and explore that. My Kickstarter has not yet launched. It's well on its way. I've got like 5 buttons to push, and that thing will be ready to launch. I can hardly wait. So, but thanks for listening to me ramble. I thought for sure I would have something a little bit more focused to talk about, but maybe I don't. Maybe I completely lost a train of thought. And I'm looking at the fact that this is episode 20. I cannot believe I have been posting videos for 20 times, like once a week, with the exception of last week, called I Didn't Post Last Week. Very thankful for my hair. It's down. It's no longer an ice cream cone, as you can tell, and it's doing great. Oh, the biggest thing that I wanted to talk about is preparing to share my 12-step recovery journey. I will be speaking at a church in the greater metropolitan Detroit area that hosts a Celebrate Recovery, and I will be sharing my story. And the craziest part of this is, well, it'll be in the next video called Tell My Story. I'm on this adventure to becoming that much more vulnerable, as sensitive as I am. Yeah, I'm on an adventure of making myself more accessible, and that kind of ups the ante for the criticism, for people to have something to say, for people to pass their judgment, to debate or argue my experience, or to justify their relationship to me. Not really sure what's going to come out of that. But I've been reading God's Leading Lady by T.D. Jakes. He just recently covered the section where he talked about um, many women whose stories look like they were on one trajectory and God turned it for something else, specifically Bathsheba, Tamar, Rahab, and Ruth. And anybody who knows the stories of those four women know they come with what people like to call a checkered past. I would say I have a checkered past too, but I'm really trying to figure out that if you're a woman who's either operated in selling her body in exchange for goods or money, why has it got to be a checkered past? I mean, maybe I'm a little comedic, but I would like my past to be floral. It's equally as ugly. Maybe it's paisley or striped. I come from a very striped past. Okay, that's just my petty on 10. See, told you I can do that. So, a very paisley past. What's another ugly print? Argyle? Plaid? I don't know. I guess they could work. Striped? I think I said that one already. So anyway, checkered past. I'm just really exploring what does it mean to show up on the surface of my life, to say what's there, and to make something available for other people. So that I think it was the sermon last week, 2 weeks ago, maybe, do not hinder the child. But I'm really seriously looking at, in reserving myself and not sharing my story, who am I? How am I not allowing God to use me so that maybe people get access to themselves in a way, and maybe access to knowing that they're loved, simply because somebody else was willing to say something about their stuff out loud and in an environment that let them know, hey, it's okay to be me just the way that I am. So I don't know. That'll be on the next video. Yes, I will look just like this because I'm going to turn this video off and start recording the next one. There you go.